Hello everyone, how are we doing? Who do we have in here? I just thought I would go live. I am testing out a multi-stream thing. Was also going to test out a new streaming platform called Kick. Oh, who's that that's just subscribed? Raduk. Thank you for subscribing. We've got some people here on Twitch, some people here on YouTube. Kick's not working, but we will. Yeah, I thought I'd just try out this multi-stream thing and see how it goes. And what better time to do this than with a big old crypto dump? So if you're not already aware of the news, then yeah, the SEC is suing CZ and Binance. They've also declared a number of assets as securities. So I think Solana's one of them. There's a few others. So we've got some more FUD, which is nice. So as of this morning, I was in a long position. I had closed 50% of that as we took the highs. So if we're just looking on the higher time frame here, I'd closed 50% of that position. I was ideally thinking, like, I would have liked to have seen it go a little bit higher and to sweep those highs again. The reason I didn't take the short is because this happened on a Sunday night, just as I was going to sleep, and I didn't want to be holding a short overnight. But since then, yeah, just it's been a very consistent dump from the whole day, and we have come into this big point of interest that we have below here, which is what we were expecting to hit at some point. Okay, so let's move this over here. This is the kind of thing we've been looking for a while. I believe that we're going to stay range bound anyway. I believe that this is going to act as support, and I believe that this is a good area to be looking for a swing position at the moment. So I'm not affected by this dump. I'm not afraid of this dump. Yeah, this is something that we have been looking for a while. We came into our point of interest at 27,600. We only hit 27,400, but fair enough. And yeah, we are now down at that 25,200 area, which is what we have been waiting for quite a while. So I think we're going to spend some time down here. I think we're going to put in a little bit of a range down here. I think we're probably going to, yeah, just hang out down at these lows probably for the next few days after this happens. If we do start to lose this, then we do need to be aware of where the confluence is that is, like, well, ideally what we are looking for on this. So if you'll remember, we got the 200 EMA, which is coming in. That is now at that previous range high, so 25,200 exactly, which is the level. We've got the 200-day EMA in there. And if we are looking at our anchored VWAP from the year so far, and that's coming in at that same point. So isn't it funny, right? If we actually zoom in on this, and what did I say? It was as they come into the green box, this is when we're probably going to get it, get the move down, right? And they're both, I mean, that anchored VWAP, not quite there, but that 200 EMA is most certainly there. And we do have the confluence. That is what we have been looking for to continue with the range that we're currently in. And yeah, my bias for if we are to find some support here is still for continuation higher. So this is the level that we've been looking for to get into long positions with expansion outside of the range that we're currently at. Now, obviously, we'll just have to wait and see how things go. If the SEC thing is, yeah, if the SEC thing is legit and there's actually like something happens to Binance, then we're going to have to deal with that. And then we're looking down towards 23K. But if it is just FUD, then yeah, I consider this to be good support at the moment. So who do we have? What's going on in the chat? Unknown, Chimes, Basketballs, Elliot, Sweeping Hawks here, Jez is here, Mr. Fry, Wolf and Bear, Jock, Chili Man, Stop before the dump. Yeah, I was stopped on my long, clearly, because that was just a stop at entry at that point because I'd taken 50% profit. I'll look at the Sol chart in a minute because that is crashing a lot. Single prints played perfectly. Indeed, they did. That was the trade that we were looking for. It's just unfortunate the timing of it that meant we couldn't, well, I didn't take the trade, but I know a few of you guys who were in the server did because we were looking at this last night. So yeah, it's exactly where we wanted to see it going. and the trade from, so the long trade that we had here from 26,500, this is what we, the long trade that we had here at 26,500, there it is, ended up playing out perfectly, just coming into that area there. But then, yeah, difficult to get back into the short after that, because by the time I'd woken up this morning, we were like here, and I just didn't see an opportunity. I took a short on the S&P. I don't actually know where the S&P is at the moment. Obviously, that's not affected by the whole like dump that we have earlier. But yeah, that hit the take profit earlier on, and that's continuing higher. So I don't see anything really bad on the macro. I just think this is technical. This is, again, what we had been looking for. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I just need to squeeze this in a little bit, don't I? Part of my screen's not there. Okay. Luke, how would you look for a swing long here this week? I mean, let's just see how the range forms. If it does immediately run back, then fair enough. I don't have limit orders down here. I don't have anything like that down here. I'm just waiting to see what happens. I wanted to see 25.3 to 25.2. We're not quite there yet. So again, let's just see how that goes for now. I will look at ETH and BNB, yes. What else? Luke Ho. Richard Morrissey. How could you lose? Got to play risk. You got to get your risk right. But yeah, unfortunate if you have lost a lot of money in the last 5 minutes. But hey, it's funny, isn't it? I said on the, well, my video update this morning was basically just saying how we're likely to have a range bound week. I still consider this to be range bound. We're still in the same range. We're not like crashing. We're just playing the range, and we've just taken the range lows, which is absolutely fine. But because we've got no news, no other news events at the moment, it was one of those that unless we get like one of these black swan events, we're not really going to be able to see much volatility. And conveniently enough, just as we hit that point in which people are starting to go long, because we had the opportunity to get a short squeeze earlier, we just have this like nuke button, media informed of the SEC stuff, CZ tweeting about the SEC stuff. It's clearly nonsense, I think, but yeah, enough to cause this panic, this rush out of the market, and yeah, a bit of a crash here. So we'll see what's going on the lower time frames. We'll take a look at it. I just went out for lunch earlier after the Twitter Spaces thing that I did, and then I saw that all this was going on. So I got a bit of catching up to do on all of this, but we'll see. We'll see. All of this open interest just completely wiped out. So everyone that's entered into a position today is wrecked. All of the longs. We've got, yeah, short starting to close out here. Long positions just completely wiped off. So fair enough. SEC entered a short, then proceeds to crash the market by suing Binance. Easy money, lol. Yeah, maybe. Well, the thing is, it's a bunch of papers that they released today, and the media just caught on about it. So they were public papers, and it's just funnily enough that it was at the time when it was. So you have markets open, you have all of this kind of thing. It took a few hours. So if you actually look at the papers themselves and when they were published, it was a few hours before any of this started to happen. But yeah, so you've got Binance being sued in there. You've got Solana being sued in there. You've got a few others. I can't think exactly what it is. It's still like developing. And we haven't had all of the media outlets reporting everything yet. But yeah, it's a weird one. What else has been declared a security? Has anyone seen the papers themselves? There is a big list of stuff that's been declared a security. So they join like XRP in exile. So that means probably Coinbase delistings, those kind of things soon. So Yeah, if you are holding Solana, that's probably going to continue for Solana and whatever else it is that's now a security according to the SEC, which is just stupid. But yeah. Got to turn the tick size up a little bit on here. How many viewers do we have on Twitch? Let's have a look on Twitch. Is there anyone that's new to the channel? Anyone who's watching this on Twitch for the first time? This has been a Twitch stream for ages. How many do we have on YouTube? 86. Not too many. Smash the like buttons whilst you're here, please. Is this an SFP? I mean, you're talking high time frame here, so this range has been ongoing for a while. I would probably be looking at the 4 hour, in which we've still got 3.5 hours to go. Ooh, someone else has subscribed. Infernal Zen, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I wouldn't call this an SFP yet, but why am I getting a call on my phone that no one knows my phone number for? Interesting. I mean, that phone doesn't even have a... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, another subscriber. 4KC. Welcome. CZ. Yeah, we're talking about him. He's ringing me up to say, four. It's all just FUD. It is all FUD. Don't you worry. 1 minute. The SEC is suing me too, probably. Yeah. So here's the low of the range. Here's the big range that we've got. This was, as we were here earlier, holding value area low, dropping out of value area low with volume, and now getting this deviation here. So move that along to this range. This is the more local one we're trading. Again, you lose the POC. What happens when you lose the POC? You come back in, you test the POC, and you get a dump. Had this POC moved down, if we do developing POC, it had slightly. I was wondering if it would have been up here earlier, but it wasn't. Okay. Right. Yeah, what do we want to look at? ETH BTC is up on the day, having broken out of this big old macro wedge thing going on here. Let's see what's dumping the most. Altcoins. Metal is up on the day. Kava is up on the day. Core, Luna, dumping. Oh, look at this. Wow. This thing's just crashing. There we go. Thank you, Creta. Cretia. Sol, ADA, Matic, Phil, Atom, Sand, Mana, Algo, AXS, Coty, all declared a security by the SEC. So what that probably means is delistings on the US regulated exchanges. So Coinbase, Gemini, They're the only ones that are left, aren't they? It's Coinbase and Gemini are probably the only two. No one else cares about the American market anymore because it's stupid and just whatever. So everything else is probably fine, but you would expect delistings for the likes of Cardano and Solana on whatever else, whatever exchanges are actually regulated in the US. How is Sol looking? Solana. The weird thing about it is, look at this. Where's this from? Not even. It's an anchored VWAP from a random point in time when I last looked at this chart. It's now has now acted as resistance, which is odd. Is there anywhere that this is actually like properly going from? If we do it from here, yeah, there we go. That's a bit more like it. If we do one from down here, fair enough. We'll lose these. If we look on the daily, so where you have demand basically on the daily is down here. If we were to lose these lows, I mean, we've already come into this. So previously, you find some support there, you bounce, you create a little block at the bottom, find some support once again. Is it going to bounce again? I don't know why there's a daily level on here. We don't really need that. Let's just make this, we'll keep it like that for now. Weekly level. That hadn't been tested. Nothing on there. All the way down to that lower daily. I know that's already come through there, but that is the lowest price that we had price closing. Yeah, you can bring that down into basically like this. Pepe taking the lows. Yeah, Pepe looks to me like, I mean, like Bitcoin did in 2018. Pepe, I think, is just wrecked. But we can have a look at that in a bit. See, I mean, interesting support. It's not like you made a higher high for the first time. So if we actually look at market structure here, high, low, high, low, high, low, break. Okay, clearly got closes above there. It's just a retest for now. So Solana making a higher low. I know Bitcoin's come and taken out the lows of the range, but nice breakout for Solana. Retest. Despite all the FUD, that looks like a good chart to me. That looks actually quite healthy. With the range that it's put in, as long as it's holding this support here, and if you can start to just hold around, then yeah, absolutely no reason why you can't see a move back up at least towards that 2140. Even if this is going to continue lower, like you would think that a bounce could, yeah, you get a decent bounce from this. For Bitcoin, obviously still looking for a little bit lower. If we look on Pepe, Mexi maybe. Yeah, so this is the thing. This is what it looked like the other day on Pepe. It's like you had this OB here that it was holding at. But if you go back to like Bitcoin 2018, 2019, blow off top, did this like descending triangle thing, and then ends up all the way back down at like support like down here, which is probably where I would imagine Pepe is going, which is another 70% down, maybe, to make this like a 95% correction, which is crypto. It wouldn't be unreasonable to think that. And then you just look at the comparison to, sorry, let me use this one. This, right? Looks a lot like this does. So you have big run up on Bitcoin, you dump, descending triangle type of thing, and then you come back all the way down to support. So it looks like Pepe is going through like this at the moment. I haven't done ETH yet. No, I'll have a look on ETH in a minute. Reminder that we are coming up towards these fib times. So still in this range for now, but we do have next week as a lot of news events coming out. We've got the fib times coming up. So if we are going to see a move towards continuation, then that was likely to happen towards the end of next week. But yeah, for now, I'm not trading this at the moment because it's one of those really impulsive moves. Just wait for it to settle, see where price ends up, and yeah, if we can hold this area, then swing long to like 38K, basically. You've had a half-hour close back inside the range here, but again, still early days. PHB and Key look decent. I'll check those out in a bit. We can have a look at Ethereum. What I'll probably do on this, it's a really ugly chart, that, as is that one. As is that one. Ethereum's been so boring. So boring to trade. But we'll do a little bit of analysis on it just quickly. Weekly. Hadn't been tested. Weekly up here, so that gives us a little mini weekly range that we're in. Nothing on the monthly. That daily got tested, so yeah, fine. Same thing, you've got a daily level there as well. If you look at this as a range, we're probably around about that POC. You would expect the point of control from, where do you take this range from? Like here? But you'd expect that to be, oh, it's either going to be like 1840 or 1820. Yeah, it's right down the middle of the two of them. Just a bit dead. I guess similar to what it did previously, where you have a range. This occasion swept the highs, then dumped, came almost all the way back down to the bottom, started coming into these wicks, found some support, ended up getting continuation higher. On this occasion, just, yeah, that weekly value area high, preventing it. This probably would have been the POC at some stage, actually. Where's the developing POC? Has that ever been up there? Not for a while. Put on a little meme trend line on there. There is a knackered top, naked. Oh, naked TPO. Okay, yeah. We've got. Yeah, well, let me just finish up on ETH and just see if there's anything else. Again, it's just all the moving averages were like at exactly the same level. We have yearly VWAP on this one's probably a way off still. Yes. From this, holding there. That has been for ages. So this is already like one, however many days that is, however many tests this is overall. So yeah, anchored VWAP's not giving us much. Volume profile not giving us much. The ETH BTC pair somehow looks good, which I wasn't really expecting. Yeah, not much more to say on Ethereum. Luke, don't you think W 4.3K is likely? That is a daily OB. B. Huh? 4.3K on. Oh, 24.3K is a daily order block, daily level, anchored VWAP from 15.5K lows. So the. No, not personally. I'd say once you start to come into this range, you would probably go the whole way through it. So you don't want to end up caught up in any of this. I mean, maybe. But yeah, 25 is as low as I'd want to see that. Otherwise, I would be looking down to 23. Because I think as soon as you start messing about with this range here, the chances are you're going to go through it, through the other side, especially when we're coming down so fast. I can't see the volume within there giving enough for a bounce. Like you want to bounce from liquidity and imbalance, which is where we are now. So start to actually fill space that hasn't had volume rather than aim for space that's already had volume on it previously. Yeah, it would be very unlikely that it would hold anywhere within here. For me, anyway. I don't see that happening. So yeah, for me, it's here as the best level possible, or we drop down here. So level to level, we've come into this one, we rejected. If I just literally just focus on the higher time frames at the moment because they're working really well. We'd identified this last week. It's annoying that it happened on a Sunday, and I didn't want to I was too scared to take the shorts because it was 11 o'clock or whatever on a Sunday night. I took 50% profit, and now we're at the next point of interest below. But yeah, if we can get support here, next up would be a move up towards 28.9 or a move down towards 23K. Yod. So on Twitch, we have a comment saying, should I wait ETH to drop more or should I invest 10K now? What is your opinion? I cannot give any financial advice on this stream. There is no financial advice at all on any of these streams. What I would say is Ethereum I'm not particularly interested in. But as a trade at the moment, then I am actively looking to go swing long Bitcoin from 25.3, 25.2. I do think we stay around here for a little bit longer. I think next week is when we could see some bigger fireworks happening. But yeah, for now, this is where we wanted to see price going eventually. We are now here. And the plan when we got here was to be a buyer at this point. But it's early days. It's like we've only just had the dump, so it's going to take a bit of time whilst we're down here. So yeah. But I'm absolutely a buyer. So non-financial advice, but if I'm looking to buy Bitcoin, and if the ETH BTC pair is looking fairly good right now, having had a decent drop earlier and being in a healthy uptrend, then maybe that answers the question. But I just can't really see anything particularly technical on Ethereum right now. Look at Cardano as well. It took out those lows, which is very nice. Another subscriber, Chopper1, thank you. NFA shield, what's that? A forgotten meme. SHIB alert pinged on Bybit USDT pair SHIB 100 taken out some important lows. Let's have a little look. Shiba. SHIB. I don't see SHIB on here. SHIB. Oh, it's SHIB 100. USDT P. Oh wow. So this is last year. Yeah, okay. Yeah, December lows. And then you have all-time low down here. I'm going to draw a trend line. And another trend line. How's that looking? And a fixed range way outside of value area coming into no volume down here at all. SHIB army stronger than ever. Alt season is here. Yeah, we deserve this. Whoa, sorry, just whacked the mic. I said for ages, like, crypto, we deserve this. All of the bullshit meme stuff and with just the scammy, horrible, like, toxic stuff within the whole of crypto. I'm very, very glad that everything is crashing. Like, it makes me happy. As long as we don't crash like too much more than this from a technical perspective, I think everything's fine. But for me, it's just like I'm very happy to see all of these memes that came out like over the past month or so just all going to zero. Like if you put your money into that shit, like you deserve it, honestly. Why? Why would you buy stuff like that when it hits exchanges? It's just like, but you know, you don't deserve it. It might just be naivety, but it does make me happy to see that we are getting what the market deserves from the past, ages at this stage. Like not Bitcoin. Bitcoin still is trading within a range. And that's what it's been doing for quite some time, and we're hitting some support. But if you look at like, let's just look at, shout out to all of the stuff that's going to zero. And if you bought it, I'm sorry, but I want it all to go to zero. Pepe, I think is, well, actually no, Pepe's going to survive probably. But next, Mong, please, please, please go to zero, stay at zero. Ben, please go to zero, stay at zero. PSYOP, go to zero, stay at zero, lose everyone's money. What else is there? What are some other memes that's come out? Bobo, go to zero, stay at zero. Looks like it's happily at zero right now. Luke coin, is there a Luke coin? Luke USDT? No. The closest one is Luna Classic. So the closest token to my name, actually no, the closest token to my name is this one, Luxo, because that's my this one, Luxo Tether. That never happened. Trash. Yeah. Arb Doge. So, talking about idiots that bought meme coins during meme coin season, I didn't buy Arb Doge, but I did buy Arb Inu. And I deserve it. I deserve this fully. Go to zero, stay at zero. I bought some of this on the day that Arbitrum launched. And I was like, you know what? Just put a bit of money into it, see what happens. Yeah, that's gone, hasn't it? So, yeah. You can have a few of these, though. It's all good. But that was the one meme coin I did buy, and that was before meme coins were a thing. So this was back in March. I bought this, but yeah, I deserve it. I fully deserve it. I've got an itchy head. Okay, in the spirit of everyone having lost part of their net worth today by a couple of percent, depending on what you're holding. I mean, it's not a big dump at all. It's just, I thought I'd go live because of it. But in the spirit of that, if we can hit 100 likes, then I'll give away $100 to someone on this stream, because I'm fine with this move. So if we do, like, yeah, let's hit 100 likes to give away $100. TM Punk. Or a 1 month subscription to the crew. Your choice if you're a winner. And what I'll do, how are we going to pick this? We'll pick it. Okay, I'll figure out a way to pick it as and when we get to 100 likes. Would prefer to have the subscription. Okay. But we got to get to 100 likes first, so that's got to be done. Anyone that's watching on Twitch, head over to YouTube and do the same. There's only 11 of you over there, but yeah. Oh, that's my door. Hold on, be right back. I'm back. How many likes have we got? No. Come on. Luke ordered SEC sausage, egg, and cheese. That's like more of a breakfast thing, right? Should try and find like actual trade. Or we can look at, I mean, let's look at something that's just moving normally. And I mean, yeah, moving up quite a lot today. So anyone who's trading the legacy markets, moving on to, yeah, 23. Yeah, so we're coming up towards those August highs. Have I turned my mic and my camera back on? Yeah, I have. Cool. None of you guys are interested in this, though, aren't you? You all wanted to know what's going on with the crypto carnage, so we'll stay on that. Right. Okay, that confused me then. Why are we at the top? So let's first of all look at where. So this green box here is because of the gap that we have between 25,100 and 25,650, basically 25,640. So having dipped into that today, if we go onto the lower time frames, we can see drop into the green box, and now testing the top of it once again. We formed a bit of a range here. So just locally, we have this range here. Okay. So you have a decent little buyback. You drop down, come into these imbalances, back into support. So are we starting to create some kind of trading range around here? Would be nice, because that could give you a scalp long that just takes you up towards here before we see any, like I said, I still do think we end up taking the lows. But what this could give you now, long to here, then once again, so see if there's a move back down into this. Look for the long position back up towards the highs. Fibs, looking a little bit deeper, but at that stage, I'd say if you're going to come down to the 618, we're probably just going to take the low again. So the fact that we've had a more shallow retrace is okay. So yeah, if this can get a move up to here, then you look for the short. You'd ideally want to just come a bit higher, and then you can get maybe a golden pocket entry later on. And maybe not. Yeah, if this isn't gonna start to become a little range to trade, then I think we're gonna go down and take those lows again, and just continue this trend. The trend so far today has been down, so you would look to continue that. Ugh, how can you even like? I don't know. 69 likes. Yeah. Okay, so this gives you a little bit of an entry. Like, it's a reasonable one. There's not much else that you can really do right now. But having formed an initial low, having just taken that out, testing it again, aim for the top of this range. Always explicit. Yes, I did look at Ethereum. Oh, what's going on? Huh? Reset chart view. Thank you. Oh my god. This is crazy. Give me some bullish CBD. We've had bullish CBD for the entire day, and it hasn't played out so far. So don't know if I'd necessarily be looking at that. I'm so disappointed he didn't come up and take the London highs, because that's where I wanted to take the short position from again. I've missed 2 shorts today. It's really annoying. So, and both of those are ones that I posted. So there was the one last night, obviously, that I didn't take because it happened at, so this is UTC, so this would have been 11:30 at night. So I was able to take profit on the long, made a bit of money from it. But then today you wake up, London session really, really flat. Go into New York. All I wanted from New York was just a sweep of London highs into the VWAP and then dump. But it didn't happen. So that's all I wanted. I don't like how these volume sessions, you can't click on anything else when they're on. I'll just remove that for now. So yeah, although again, just streaming this is what we just spoke about. So just that as a long position for now. Look at Sol, please. Yeah. We looked at it. Similar situation. I think we've settled somewhat now. So we'll be looking at least. Yeah. I mean, for Solana, your VWAP's really nice here. So on Solana, this is quite clean. So you just have rejection off of VWAP, rejection off of VWAP, continue down. And once again, starting to find some support. So you've just slowed this retrace down. So that looks around about 50% retrace from the low that we put in earlier. You'd look for it to come up towards the highs, see if it can test VWAP again here. You've got a decent point just here, in which, I mean, that's where you initially rejected off of. So there's your initial resistance. If you can come up, take that high into VWAP, into this. Look for the short again. Take it back down here somewhere. because then it gives you something like this. Yeah. Oh, keep pressing the wrong button. But yeah, Solana on the macro, I mean, dead, but yeah. When you come down here, it's at a decent zone of demand that you would expect to at least put up a bit of a fight here, for sure. Is there anything else we want to chart today? Have a look at. So you got a similar thing on Bitcoin coming up towards the New York VWAP. So just the VWAP from the New York Open. Dot's an interesting one as well. Crypto God, good timing. I'm just looking at Dot. So I'm just going to place an alert here. It's just a case of losing that value area. So this is the Randall strategy. Okay, so, oops. Let's turn this off. These. I'll go to the POC. So as soon as you lose this value area here on Dot, it's really interesting how you keep you test, can't get back inside, test it, can't get back in, can't get back in, can't get back in. You briefly manage to get back inside value area at this point, then lose it again, test it again, drop. So this value area low, sorry, just acting as consistently just pushing price down. Whoa. But in terms of support that it's at, we'll use the anchored VWAP. We'll just clean this up, make it more into a just general. I mean, other than this is all good. There's something that got tested. So I'm not, I can't remember, where are we on the chart? So on here, you've got two decent areas to look for on Dots. Let's just hit that one. So then you've got an AB below it, right? So you got that, and then directly below, you've got an order block. This one's more like this. No like high time frame levels on this or anything though. That daily one's better. So again, for something like DOT, you really would have to wait for, I mean, a move then back into this range. And then if it can get that, then fine, you can be looking for a move up. If you're looking for shorts on this, then it's probably going to be that same point. So because we've got this major low from all the way back here, and there are a couple of other lows on the chart, so we'll just mark them out there, there, there. It just went through them too quickly. It didn't even like regard any of that as support on the way down. Is there any chance that these coins pump? I feel that people have already forgotten about them. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I don't think not until it depends. Not until the next market cycle, which will be like next spring, next summer, I would imagine. It'd be like, yeah, I still believe a lot of these altcoins, the ones that were around during the last cycle, are going to make new all-time lows. No matter what Bitcoin does, I still think Bitcoin has a good chance of bouncing here and doing really well. But I do think that the altcoins are going to underperform comparatively. I've said that for ages. I think that we're looking at, so although you could maybe see some relief, that doesn't mean you can't get like little trades here and there. But I mean, if you were to go long after this, you'd probably target only something like that. And then you'd expect, okay, let's say it regains this, you have a decent rally again. I would still then be looking probably more so for short positions, or at least to sell to take you down to new all-time lows before the next like bull market really like starts kicking off. So yeah, there's no reason why you can't get moves up of 20-30% on some altcoins, some of these older ones, but like 100+% gains, very unlikely. Oh, it's trying, isn't it? It's trying to hold here. What did the heat map look like? Look at that. What happened to the open interest here? Yikes. So it's just like dropping, filling long positions, filling long positions, filling long positions, filling long positions all the way down, and then liquidates them all at the lows. Wow. Lots of liquidations there as well. Don't know why. Crazy. We're kind of getting that bullish divergence now. Oh, not really. Are we getting anything on Bybit? See, this is where we've got to hold at this stage. Stream lagging behind. It might be because I'm on Twitch as well. I'm just trying the multi-stream thing, but I could cancel the Twitch stream and just continue on YouTube. I'm not too far behind because I can see this on Twitch right now. What I really wanted to try was Kick. I want to try that out as a streaming service, but it didn't work. I tried to start streaming on there. Yeah, it says I'm offline. But okay, well, if we're lagging, everything's slowed down a bit now. We missed the excitement. We're looking for a little range to form here. I'm after this kind of price action, I prefer just to give it a bit of time, just to settle and just to chill out. So we should probably give it some time. We've had a bit of a discussion. We've talked about the higher time frame analysis. I still believe at the moment we're just trading within that same range. This is a good area to be looking for long positions if it can hold here. I do think we probably go down and test those lows again though. Because we're not yet at, like, it was 25,300 to 25,200 was the support that I was really looking at. So if we can, let's say, just continue to trade within this range for a little bit now, that could set us up for some short positions. So if we are able to get a bounce that takes us up towards here, 26K short, come and take down the lows again, 25.3, 25.2, that there's trades to be had here. So you'd be looking at the VWAP from the New York session. You'd be looking at a move up through the single prints. I doubt we're going to get that all in one go, but this gives you a move of, like, let's say we do get to 20, even just 26K, because this could take a while. You might find that this New York VWAP ends up a little bit lower than where it is. You've got like a 2.5% move off of that. So yeah, there's good trades to be had. It's nice when this volatility does start to kick in. But for now, yeah, I think continue this range. A long position here seems reasonable enough. You managed to trap some short positions down there. You built some imbalances, so that should be enough just to give us a move back up, even if it's just one of those slow floaty moves back up towards the top of the range. Continue this, and then we'll go for the lows like later tonight or something like that. But on that note, yeah, we'll try again for the $100 giveaway next time, but we've got it. I'm not going to do it. The next time we hit 100 likes on the stream, we'll give it a go. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Cheers. Bye bye.